redoing Dhanishta. I did it one time already. I didn't like the way it came out. It was just kind of like, the energy's been a little bit heavy for me, but we are here. We're going to be redoing it, Dhanishta. We are going to be reading from this lady's book. What is it called here? We're doing Dhanishta, by the way. Did I say that already? I don't remember. I would like to read the name of the person that wrote the book. Okay, so we're looking at, it's Anatoly Malakov. It's just a book on the Nakshatras on like the Kindle app. I just bought it. I haven't read anything in it, so we're just going to kind of go with what she said that she has here. So, Dhanishta. This is the height of Mars. It's the height of Mars. The zodiac range is going to be from 20 arc minutes of Capricorn to 6 degrees 40 arc minutes of Aquarius. The deity is the 8 Vasus. The symbol is the drum. The caste is warrior. The animal is going to be the female lion. The sounds in your name, if you have this nakshatra prominent, is going to be ga, ge, go, and gay. So with all those G's, we're going to think this is probably going to be really prominent in regards to the higher ups, the more higher echelons. We think of like Andrew Tate and being the top G, right? We hear, I don't know if you guys have heard that before. I've heard people say that. We think about the Freemasons and the G in Genesis, right, which means care and creation, right, the G. So the sounds in this name is going to be ga, ge, go, and gay, which is going to tie very strongly into creation. That's just what I'm picking up. That's my intuitive feeling. The main fixed stars in this nakshatra is going to be Alpha Delphini, Beta Delphini, Delta Delphini, and Gamma Delphini. So this is going to be in the nakshatra of the dolphin, right? You hear about people talking about the Illuminati dolphins, young Dolph, right? Rest in peace. Right, dolphins are a very special creature. The color here is going to be silver. Quicksilver. We have the gender. This is going to be a female nakshatra. So this is going to be about reception, being receptive, right? We just had Shravana, and that was about 100% complete and total receptivity of what you're hearing. It really talks about the ear. So we're right next to there. So if we're going through the belt, like the ear, it could be more, Shravana could be more correlated to your left ear, and then your right ear being more so, right, your right being like what you project outward into the world, and then the left being you pulling in. So it's almost like, because it's so tied into music and the creation of music, it can be almost like being able to hear your own voice properly, right? We think of musicians have to not be like tone deaf so they can sing well. So that could be tied into the right side as we're moving through the belt. Right, we would think that it would be going to the more so the right side as we're moving past Shravana. Shravana being completely receptive of what other people are saying, this being more receptive and being able to hear your own voice in a grounded and realistic way. The key words here is going to be wealth, music, and optimism. So, we are going to read her interpretation of this, and I said it at the beginning, the name of the author, I think it was like Anatov something. Anyways, we have Dhanishta is the 23rd nakshatra in the zodiac belt. It overlaps 2 zodiac signs, starts at 23:20 Capricorn and ends at 6:40 Aquarius. In the first part of this nakshatra, you feel the energies of Capricorn, Saturn, and Mars, which is the ruler of this nakshatra. In the second part, you feel the energies of Aquarius, which is Saturn and Rahu, which are both rulers of the zodiac sign Aquarius, and then, of course, Mars again. So what is Aquarius? Aquarius is the most eccentric zodiac sign. It is full of ideas, out of the box, awkward, independent, inventive, scientific. It rules society and social circles, the economy, big organizations, income, new age, new technology. Aquarius is the karmic sign together with Scorpio. And if we go back to Anurada Nakshatra, we have it has the influence of Saturn and Mars again, and we think like those people are very powerful, very kind of like witchy. It's also like the placement of like really close to like where war happens. So you have to think like these are the malefic planets ruling a person. So this person could be harsh in nature a little bit. They can be a little bit harsh in nature. They might not necessarily seem that way on the surface, but these people are ruthless. There's a ruthlessness about it, right? If you want to be a famous musician, you have to be ruthless, right? Because it's a cutthroat industry. Okay, so Mars gives courage and power to the natives of this constellation, especially in the part of Capricorn, where Mars feels exalted. These people are born to conquer their enemies. Both Capricorn and Aquarius are ruled by Saturn, so all the qualities of this planet will be seen in Dhanishta. Capricorn part, figuratively said, is more introverted and introverted. It is responsible, hardworking, and practical, while the Aquarius part is more extroverted, more philosophical, and society-oriented. In Aquarius, the energies are really powerful. They can create a great battle in the mind of the natives. Saturn is delay, Mars is action. Saturn and Mars are enemy. Rahu is unpredictable and wants everything material. So these people need to learn how to control these powers. If they learn to do that, there is no malefic influence they can be incredible and invincible because they are made up of the energies that are meant to tear people down. So if they're able to it's like conquering the beast within, right? Because that would mean like they kind of are the beast, right? You think I don't know, I'm thinking of Andrew Tate so much. Dhanishta means the wealthy one, the most beneficent. The alternative name of Dhanishta is Shravista, which means the most famous. Marilyn Monroe had her zodiac, or her moon here. And if you think about like Marilyn Monroe and her rise to becoming extremely famous, it was really when she got her main start was when she went to Korea and during the war, and she performed in the war for all the soldiers in Korea. I think it was Korea, it was Vietnam, something like that. And so that would tie strongly into the Mars and her rise to becoming the icon that she was, right? These people are known to be just very well known, right? They're the type of people that kind of set a beauty standard in a kind of sexy way, right? Venus is more like loving, Mars is more like it girl, right? Or it boy, or him, I don't know. So it is extremely auspicious and can give wealth and fame to the natives. Please note that wealth is not only material, it can be spiritual too. The symbol of this constellation is a drum, which the Vedic scholars associate with Shiva's Mridanga, the drum, and Krishna's Bansuri, the flute. So this connects to Dhanishta with music, sound, and the ability to connect to the divine rhythm. Dhanishta is called the star of symphony, so the music will play a crucial role here. Vedic astrologers put focus on the fact that the drum is hollow, and the natives will need to fill the hollowness with something. Dreams, meaning, or life's purpose. I put the focus on the effort of the drum to the other people and how it influences them. The animal of this constellation is the lioness. We associate it with Narasimishi, who is half lion, half woman. She is the wife of Narasimha, who was created by gods to kill a demon who conquered their kingdom. Nara Simhi had to calm her spouse after he killed the demon. In the wild nature, the lioness is strong, clever, beautiful, lives in a big group or a pride. They are the engine of the pride, not the male lion. So Dhanishta natives are typical lionesses. We think about like in the Lion King, right? Like the male lion, right? I've got, that's my ring is the male lion, right? I wear it on my finger because that's, right? Because I am a female lion myself. I love music. I listen to music all the time. I just actually started a new playlist. It's called 100 Men or More Africa, based off the song Africa, because I listen to that song every day. If you don't listen to that song by Toto, you should definitely start listening to it every day because it is just probably one of the best songs in the world. Anyways, so we think about how the female lions will be the ones to go and hunt, or will be the ones to kind of take care of the male lion, right? There's like, it talks about maybe like an exalted masculine, right? Where maybe there's more than one woman that cares for the masculine, right? We're thinking of a king. We're thinking of the alpha male. So we're thinking this is the wife of the alpha male. And directly opposite of this nakshatra is Magha in Leo, where the throne is at, right? I have my Ketu here, and Magha is Ketu ruled, and I also have Mars conjunct in Magha. So I have a strong connection to this nakshatra with music, and I've always been really connected to like just music in general. Like it's kind of something I've already mastered, right? In regards to just like rock and roll. I've always really loved rock and roll. I actually found all of these really cool posters last night when I was doing gematria. I'll show you a couple of them really quick, and then we'll keep reading. I found all these really cool posters that were like from secret parties of like the Grateful Dead and the Rolling Stones, right? Like their concerts and stuff. That's where I got this. I'll show you. Like this is one of them. That's one of the posters. Like, that's so cool, right? That's before they even had computers, right? This is all just like simply from the brain. There's this one, the Aquarian Expedition. Let's see, what band was that from? That's a Woodstock poster. Sorry if it's hard to see. But see, that's like a Grateful Dead. Pharaoh. That's another one. That was on like a backstage pass. I cropped part of it out, but that was another backstage pass, right? And so you have to think like they're creating these things with no like there's no computer. They're just creating these things. And I was just thinking about like, right, this was in the late 60s, early 70s. It's just amazing to me, the style, and just, right, this is 68 and 69, the Grateful Dead, like, that's amazing to me. I don't know, it just blew my mind. Like, look at that. What? Somebody drew that with their hands. No computer, no nothing. They just drew that. Like, that's what they were, I don't know. That's just magical to me. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of them. And then it also goes into, like, the big, right, this is, like, I think this is for, like, a sex party or something. Grateful Dead. I think it's like a sex party. I'm not sure. I was doing gematria coding and it just kind of like came up, but like. Anyways. Here's the Blue Rose, a Grateful Dead poster. There's more of them. I'm going to put them on my thumbnails and stuff because I really like them. But let's keep reading. Sorry, I got distracted. So the deity of Dhanishta is going to be the 8 Vasus, meaning superb or excellent. Their names are Appas, water, Dhruva, steady or fixed, associated with the pole star, Soma, the moon, Dara, the bearer, support the earth, Anila, the wind, Anala, fire, Pratyusha, dawn, Prabhas, light, sky. The 8 Vasus carry the energies of different nakshatras, so this makes Dhanishta a combination of the qualities of the previous nakshatras. These 8 Vasus are the gods of abundance and are supposed to be wealthy and skilled in music. So if you practice magic, if you are equipped, or if you are aware of like the banishing ritual of the pentagram, I don't know if anybody does that, but this could definitely be, I know like there's like the Hebrew angels, but you're supposed to kind of, I feel like, dig a little bit deeper and find different entities to put in there, whether you're working with the Goetia or whatnot. And so these 8 Vasus can be correlated to the 4 cardinal directions, and then the 4, right, to create the 8-pointed star of Inanna or Ishtar. So if you're able to do that, I do have it written down, the actual ritual that you can do to invoke and to become that of Inanna or that of Ishtar, which is the lion goddess in Sumerian mythology. I salute the leader of the ghosts and the ghouls, Lord Brahava, who wears the red flame as his matted hair, who wears the moon, who shines red in color, who holds a drum, a spear, a skull, a rope, a mace in his hand, who is nude, who rides a dog, who has 3 eyes, who is always happy and exuberant, and who is the guard of the temple. Right? I'll just read that one because I don't need to share too much of that with you guys, because that is classified information, and you're going to have to do your own research to figure all that out. There is one myth which will help you understand the traits of the constellation. As per the story, the Sky Vasu stole a cow that belongs to one noble sage called Vahista. The sage got mad and cursed the Vasus to be born on the earth as humans. They begged for forgiveness, and the sage made the curse milder. He said that 7 of the Vasus will have a short human life, but the Sky Vasu will need to have a full human experience. The 8 Vasus went to the river Ganges and asked if she could be their mother. She agreed and became a beautiful woman. The son of the king fell in love with her and wanted to marry her. She agreed on one condition: the prince will never question her actions. He agreed. This woman got pregnant 7 times, and each time she dropped her child in the water of Ganges to drown. When she carried her 8th child, the prince shouted at her, "Why is she doing it?" The curse was fulfilled. 7 of the Vasus had short human life. She went to the prince and gave him the 8th child, and she disappeared into the waters. Her 8th child was the Sky Vasu, who became Bhishma, important part of the Mahabharata. So Dhanishta Nakshatra is not good for marriage and having children. It is associated with drowning and abortion. Another deity related to Dhanishta is Shiva, who has an immense musical talent. Shiva is famous for his dance called Tandava and his Natajara posture. So my name, if you do the gematria of my name, Madeline Daisy Krager, it is the eye of Shiva. It is the eye of Shiva. Shiva is the destroyer. Shiva is ruthless. Shiva is carefree, is abundant. Can we get some likes on the video, guys, please? So the key points here. So Dhanishta natives will take the qualities of the 8 Vasus: confidence, wisdom, victory, music talent, energy, radiance, joy, purity, sensitivity. The Vasus may give them wealth, gems, gold, and prosperity. Dhanishta natives may have issues with children or abortion. It is said that if these natives have abortions, they help a saint to pay his karma, like the river goddess helped the 8 Vasus clear their karma. So if we think of who is the mother of the Vasus, that would be Aditi. So we're going to want to look over to the end of Gemini and the beginning of Cancer to Aditi, the mother of the gods, where space is created, right? Aditi has unlimited power. Aditi is the 5th element. Aditi is ether, is space, is the thing that Brahma created to make all manifestations possible. So you want to be able to work with the energies of Taurus, Rohini, and that of Punarvasu to be able to create manifestations. You have to have both. You can't just have the power to create, but you also have to have the space to create, right? It's the chicken and the egg. And so this is going to be the most potent place of the creations is going to be here in Dhanishta. So Dhanishta natives have karma with marriages. Marriage may feel dry and without love, or there can be delay or deny of marriage. They have a karmic relationship with their siblings too. Dhanishta people are great warriors and ferocious fighters. They can have a demon inside of them. They can become great athletes in fighting sports, material arts, like boxing, for example. Dhanishta natives are natural musicians. They love music, dancing, and sounds. They are visionary people with strong intuition. Dhanishta people are very hardworking. They can be great doctors, police officers, sports figures, and if there is a malefic influence, criminals. Dhanishta people can bully other people, or they can be bullied. Dhanishta natives may have wealth and lands and properties. They can be recognized in society as famous. However, they need to go far away from their home in order to make this wealth. Dhanishta natives should be careful with their promises. If they don't keep their promises, they will reincarnate back to Earth to fulfill that promise. Dhanishta people will face a lot of fights, battles, and competitiveness. Early in life, they may feel hollow inside and will try to fill the emptiness. They can be greedy, vengeful, and materialistic. If there is malefic influence, Dhanishta male natives may hate women and act aggressively. These people have a youthful appearance. According to my teachers, Dhanishta natives may get married between the age of 26 and 28. These people are good at timing. They know the rhythm of time. Dhanishta natives have the quality of a lioness. They are hunters of the pride, which means they are providers in the family. They will be the engine of the family. Their spouse will be a protector like the male lion, but if the main figure will be the Dhanishta natives. So we're going here. What is the male lion? The male lion is Puruva Bahapadra, and that's going to be at the end of Aquarius, bridging Pisces to Aquarius, where the male lion is. And that's going to talk about sacrifice. That's going to talk about boundlessness. That's going to talk about the king can go wherever the fuck the king wants to go and do whatever the fuck the king wants to do because he's the king. Dhanishta people will also have to fight a major war in their life, either in court, personal, combat, or society. Dhanishta natives should not steal anything. They will always be captured and punished. Remedies for this nakshatra is to sing or to play a musical instrument, especially a drum or a flute. Another remedy is to practice a martial art or to buy a base statue of a lioness. This nakshatra is associated with the rhythm of time, so if you have a clock that is not working, you should fix it immediately. If you have a prominent Dhanishta in your chart, maybe it will be better not to officially get married. You can still have a family and everything and live in love and harmony, but you can skip the official signature. Of course, this depends on the whole horoscope. You can always contact me for a reading, and her website is astrologycoaching.com. Careers and hobbies: dancing, entertainment industry, enforcement, military, police, whatever. Martial arts and athletes, medical fields, healing, real estate and lands, jewelry, professions associated with wealth and money, and managers of all kinds. Okay, that's what I have. We're going to get into the cards now. So pretty much Dhanishta is... that's where the musicians are. So, shout out to Ronnie Radke. He's my favorite musician, I think. He's my favorite musician. I love Ronnie Radke. I don't know. He's like my big brother. I feel like he's like my big brother. He's cool. The Star in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Hi, can I ask a question? Yeah, what's your question? I like your name, Who Gon Stop Me? I like that. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Hanged Man. All right, so let's take a look at this. The Star in reverse could talk about, I think of the Star card, when the Star card comes out for me, that comes out as the Messiah for me. When I see the Star, especially in the upright, that is the sign of Messiah. That's the sign of Jesus. That's the sign of the Savior, right? It's coming out in reverse. So it's like, you have to stand up for yourself. You have to save yourself. You have to act for yourself. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to speak for yourself. You have to put your, the things that you want to come into fruition. You have to be the one to speak for yourself and put that out there. My name is Danique. I'm a male Capricorn. My question is, will I become successful in the music industry? I think that we have the Fool in reverse, which is going to talk about maybe needing to tap into like your darker side, right? The Fool, for me, when I see the Fool, it reminds me of Lucifer. It reminds me of the light, right? It reminds me of just jumping into something. So I think that if you are able to tap into the darker side of yourself and to kind of get on, like, walk the line, right? Johnny Cash is giving me walk the line. You have to get really deep with yourself in regards to the music that you're creating, right? You have to, there's something that you have to do in regards to, like, you have to step out of your comfort zone in order to get to that place, right? But I wouldn't necessarily pursue the music industry without with the intention of getting famous. Do it because that's what you love to do. Do it because there's nothing else you would rather be doing. I just saw karmic partner interference. It also says here, this card ripped in half, but it says, I didn't think. So maybe just like acting and not thinking so much, but just doing it, right? So let's see, what is this Star in reverse? I definitely think that you will shine at something, but you have to be able to pour your emotions out, right? You have to be able to make art of your emotions. And if you look here on this card, I was talking about Inanna and the 8-pointed star in the 8 Vasus. You see how there's this, right, north, south, east, west, northwest, southwest, southeast, northeast. I think that's what it was, but that's what I'm talking about. So doing that ritual and applying those energies around you could be very beneficial, because a lot of times you kind of have to tap into the magical quality of things in regards to getting yourself up there, right? Because it's a lot of the music industry is about magic and the occult. So when you're doing those rituals, right, things and revelations will come to you naturally through having those energies invoked around you, all of them, right? I would start with the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, just to get yourself equipped with the understanding of what that is. I would recommend, the person that taught me how to do that was Damien Eccles. Was the person that I learned the majority of my knowledge about just the rituals and stuff to do. If you're interested in becoming that kind of person, it might seem insignificant or like it's not doing much, but as you do it more and more over time, you will, revelations and things will begin to align themselves with you because you have those energies around you. And when you have those energies around you, a majority of the people in the industry as well will have those energies around them, and it will become a part of your frequency, which will align you with other people in that industry. It's like a key, an energetic key to aligning you with the people that are also of the same industry that you're trying to get into. Right, and we think about like the ring is a symbol of Saturn, right? We think about boundaries, right? So when we put a circle around something, it's creating a boundary. And why this could be seen as somebody that's not necessarily the most auspicious, or it's not the most favorable for marriage, is because the male lion is that of boundlessness, right? So it can almost be a little bit of like a curse, or yeah, of course. Let's see, what is this star in reverse? I do like that the star came out in reverse, so that's really good. So somebody wants to say, I know you're my soulmate, babe. Our bond is magnetic. I'm seeing all the signs. So it's giving me like there could come to a point where you have to make a choice in what direction or what path you want to go down, right? Do you want to be a relationship person, or do you want to be an icon person? Because sometimes they don't go hand in hand, especially if, because we're talking about Dhanishta, which is that of just being a musical prodigy, right? It's just not necessarily the most beneficial sometimes for marriage, right? It's just not the way it is. So, let's see. Sometimes it can be, but like, let's see what's coming out. What's this Wheel of Fortune? I feel like there's also like the thing about the front that you kind of have to put on, or that a lot of musicians will put on when they are in I've been putting on a front, my life is not what it seems on the outside. Okay, so this could talk about the Wheel of Fortune. This could be talking about waiting for your stars to align. Okay, I'm hearing Bloodsport by Sleep Token. He's a Leo. His name is Leo. I don't know if he's a Leo. I think he's actually a Sagittarius. Anyways, he's so cute. But he's married. He's a Sagittarius, so anyways. This could be talking about waiting for your stars to align again. Wheel of Fortune can talk about time, cycles, right? You have to have the timing right. Right, it can be like if you can find a relationship where, you know, your significant other is, I'm thinking of another song right now. It's, I have to look it up. It's actually really good. I think it's kind of a newer band. Let me think. I was actually just listening to it. It is called The Red Clay Strays, and let me make sure that it's all the way turned down. It's called The Red Clay Strays, and it's called Wondering Why, right? And it's talking about how his biggest fan is also like the woman that he ends up like being with, right? She's his biggest fan, so she's supporting him. She's not necessarily trying to be famous herself. She's literally just there because she loves the things that he's creating. She loves the music that he's creating. And that makes it able for him to be in a relationship with her, right? There's no like jealousy stemming from, you know, the Dhanishta native shining, right? It's like you're on their side. It's like you will do things to make sure that they're standing out, right? It's like the female lion will put the male lion on the pedestal. A group of female lions even will put the male lion on the pedestal so that he can rule. What is this Ace of Pentacles in reverse? That's like new manifestations coming in. So, let's see. I didn't feel like I was on your level. You're a boss. I'm very insecure. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. Dhanishta natives can't have that kind of energy. They can't have, like, I didn't feel like I was on your level. Yeah, we get that, like, humbleness, right? But if there's, like, a need to, in relationships, if there's a need to be level with your partner, you have to understand that if you're in a lion-like relationship, that the male lion will always be above you, right? You always will look up to the male lion, right? So this is definitely kind of tying strongly into that of like, it's a little bit more like maybe, traditional. I know people are kind of veering away from this, but it's like a woman that will just support the man in creating his empire. That's what I'm getting. So you can't feel like you ever want to be on their level. You have to be okay with being below the male lion, which is Pruva Bahapadra. And Pruva Bahapadra is all about sacrifice. It's all about sacrifice in the soul and staying connected to your soul. And it's the final test of your soul, right? Where you have to sacrifice and you go through the desert and it talks about Jesus being in the desert, right? Jesus was a lion. And you see what he went through, right? The crucifixion and whatnot. And so Mary Magdalene would be like that of Dhanishta, right? And it wasn't a very harmonious relationship. It was a very difficult relationship, but that's where the soul was at, and that's what the soul was working to move into, that of transcending samsara, right? We're here at the last part. So whenever you have a planet in these last portion, this is like the test of that planet, right? You have two before where you're learning this planet. And then when you get to these final nakshatras, that's when the test is happening. So we're all going to transcend, like, think of almost like a sliver of what makes all of us as like the planet, and then where it's at. We'll talk about where you're at in this lifetime of passing or being able to get more energy of that planet up to the Godhead, right? If that's making sense, I don't know. I have Jupiter and Pruva Bahapadra as well as my ascendant, which is the male lion. Stop it, baby. And I have my K2 here in Dhanishta, so I understand this energy. I have mastered this energy. If you check out Claire Nocti, she does a really good Pruva Bahapadra. It's like a movie almost, but she does a really good one. I love that so much. I like to watch it when I'm doing my webcam show, just because it just removes the Saturnian influence, right? It's like there's Saturnian women and then there's Jupiter women. And Jupiter women are the kind of women that want you to experience everything, that are not going to restrict you like women do. So sometimes these women can be viewed at as, the lion is a beast, absolutely. The beast. Right, and you can even see here, it's part of the Lamasu. And another thing to take into consideration is that the moon is reflective. So a lot of times the moon will reflect whatever is directly opposite of it. So if you're talking about the moon, it would be Aquarius, but if we're talking about the sun, Dhanishta automatically moves to its rightful home in Leo, right? And that's why we're looking at, like, I can think of Chitra, which is the second Mars ruled one. I have my sun in Chitra, and it's in Libra, Virgo, Libra, but that's directly opposite of Aries, which is where Mars is ruling. So it talks about that reflectiveness, and it's almost like your shadow side, right? So something I would like to look at is what the opposite, because like magic is all about the union of opposites. That's what Damien Eccles said. He's very intelligent. I really like listening to him so much. Check him out for sure. We have telepathic communication with the Hanged One. Yeah, that's my soul. So that's my soul. Just a little pumpkin. And the Three of Pentacles. That's super powerful. The Three of Pentacles is Mars and Capricorn. Mars and Capricorn is really good because Capricorn is patient. Capricorn will not act impulsively, but they're still very strong. So it's a more calculated, consistent, but the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles is also a card of like great works, right? It's like almost the best card you can have, right? And you see these three women here. So this could be indicative of the female lions that are all kind of helping this masculine energy, which could be in reverse, right? The star could definitely be that of the masculine energy. It could be even three males could be the three female lions, right? It doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily tied to an individual's genitals, right? So it could be a woman that has multiple men, right? That's how what Inanna was like, Ishtar, which this is where we would see that really come into play. It goes so much deeper in regards to the mythology. It's not just the zodiac signs, and I don't want you to get stuck on those 12 zodiac signs because those are there to trick you. Those zodiac signs, like they're real, I guess. Like, yeah, they're cool, you know, it's basic. But in regards to the symbology and really gaining control of the wheel, you see how many circles are around this wheel. You can't think that the one that everyone knows, right, it's all off balance. It's not even on kilter. Look at all these other things. That's the main wheel is here. Raven. It's not even on kilter, right? It's off track. The zodiac signs, so there's something about the zodiac signs that is there for a reason to keep the real knowledge occulted. Yeah, magic is fun. It's presence. It's just, even just for just like refinement of your own being, just right? It's not worshiping, but it's just good. I just like it. And it's magic with a K. It's Magick is actually what it is referred to. It's not like card tricks. It's high magic is what it is called. You have the Eight of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune, right? Needing to break through those barriers. We also see these people in the back and this one person here just kind of a little bit different. Right, this could talk about if there is some like sort of relationship where there is multiple people involved in the empire that is being built here. This could be somebody that secretly holds resentment in their heart about not being the only one with that Eight of Swords, or feeling dried up emotionally because they're not the only one, right? And that can be really difficult because it's just natural. We've been kind of programmed to be that way, that it takes deprogramming to really find peace within yourself. It takes a sort of unconditional love for not just yourself, but for just the person involved, just really wanting to see everyone get to their highest timeline, but most importantly, the male lion to get to their highest timeline. The Five of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That's the Secret Chief card. That talks about, I didn't feel like I was on your level. That talks about somebody that's extremely intelligent. It's Mercury and Taurus. Mercury and Tauruses are geniuses. So don't be fooled by that card. Major Arcana means big secrets. Minor Arcana means little secrets. The Five of Pentacles is a fucking genius. Taurus, Mercuries are smart as hell. They're smart as hell. They're very smart. They have the ability to be very slow and practical and consistent with the things they're learning, with the way that they're communicating. They can be stubborn and fixed, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Right? So maybe, you know, you're having a difficult time adapting to the group mind, right? You have to be able to think about the others and the benefit of the entire group as a whole. Not very many people in the world are made to be this kind of person. Maybe they are, I'm not sure. I haven't found anybody, but that's just kind of the way I always have felt within myself. And when I do get to these feelings of, because I feel like it's something that comes up of like jealousy and wanting to be constrictive, it's just something that I always feel like I want to check myself and understand that I don't need to ostracize myself and that it's okay to feel this way about relationships, and understand that most people aren't going to feel that way, but you know, it's got to be out there somewhere, right? What is this? Telepathic communication. We have the Five of Wands. That's my primal zodiac card, is the Tasmanian Devil. I'm the primal zodiac, I am a Tasmanian Devil. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I don't like to see the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. That gives me, it's like Piscean energy, right? So the emotions could be really deep. The conflict could be really deep. You do see this woman playing a drum here, right? Just see it through to the end, right? You have to see it through to the end, right? It's giving the Jacka see it through. I like that song. It's a good song. That's real gangster rap. What? How do you even know that song? Ah! We have the Empress. I like that. In the Angel deck, this talks about married couples and protection. Well, let's get the Angel deck out. Actually, I would like to see what we have going on here. So I want to pull the Empress card out because I feel like that card is important right now. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah. Let's see. We have the Empress, which is the 48. The gematria here is 288, and it's fertility and fruitfulness assures peace between married couples. Yeah, of course. We also have the Lovers, right? You can be successful and be in a relationship. You can be a musician and be in a relationship, right? It brings happiness to couples, and it will remove all negative energy, joy, and pleasure, right? It's important to have people that you love. A lot of times people aren't able to find that, right? It's all about like working with the things and the people that are already in your life, right? And eloquence gives answers to those in doubt. The King of Wands. So there's that fire energy. King Daniel, or Daniel, the King of Wands. I'm going to take this one right here. The Nine of Pentacles as well. Submission to higher order identifies traitors and destroys their plans with that Five of Wands. So anybody that is not of the higher planar that is not supporting that of what the male lion or right, it can even be, the male lion energy can be an amalgamation of all the people involved, right? The male lion doesn't necessarily even have to be an individual person. It could just be the plan in general as the male lion, right? The accumulation of all the people involved in the relationship or the building of the empire could be that of the male lion. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. But so anyone that is against the divine plan of the empire is being destroyed and removed, and light will be shed on it here with the Fool and Ariel, the revealing god. Discovers hidden treasure and reveals the secrets of nature. And then the exalting god. Okay, this has been a really long reading, actually. I think I'm going to cut it out really soon. I did another Dhanishta reading. I was just having such a difficult time. I had to take it down because I just didn't like it. I started crying at the end. We have mainstream with that star in reverse. So it's time to be seen and show your talent to the world. Your business is getting more audience at this moment. We also have balance here with the Lovers. I like to see that. That's Libra energy. So you need to balance your career and your personal life, right? You need to make a balance. You still need to make time for the people that you love. Honesty and business ethics are important to establish your credibility in your work environment. With Haniel and the Lovers, and you can look here. They have this red sigil and they have this blue sigil and this black sigil. And the red sigil would talk about the item, and that's the bound or the red thread of these people. So this could be talking about a soulmate connection or something like that, right? Somebody may be feeling ostracized or not necessarily knowing how to approach something. 294. This guy looks like Joel Osteen to me. The guy in this, doesn't it look like him? Do you guys know who Joel Osteen is? Doesn't that look like his face? I don't know if I was tripping when I was seeing that, but that's what I was feeling. All right, that's a powerful name. Let's go. We have marketing with the King of Wands. Eloquence and gives answers to those in doubt. So and this guy has the spear, and it's almost looking like it's blood covered. So that could be like, right? And we have charm with the 9 of Pentacles. You are good at promotions. Apply different marketing strategies to grow your business and continue to innovate to attract more sales. So you'll be trying different marketing things, right? There could be somebody, right? The King of Wands is very outgoing. He's very charming. He has the ability to lead. He's not necessarily the most... he's the male lion, right? The King of Wands is kind of like the male lion, so... Or at least a male lion in the working or in the making. So we have Daniel here. Right, we have right here. So we have Haniel and Daniel. So we have the H, which could be similar to like that of the ladder, which is the upcoming victory. And then Daniel could be maybe the state that it is before. So we look at what the H looks like, right? It's the same word, just with a different beginning letter. So it's not necessarily like marriage is impossible for this nakshatra. It just takes a very specific type of person. And they're kind of far and few between, because everybody's so focused on themselves and focused on their own rise, right? They don't see, they're not connected to the king. There's the Empress again. And the Four of Wands. So, most people aren't connected to the king, aren't the king, don't understand the king because they're not royal. Not very many people are royal. And it really boils down to your birth chart. So that's what I have for you all. We have Judgment, rising like the phoenix, right? Leaving the dead energies behind. Leaving the people that uh, aren't the royals, right? Be royal. If you want to be royal, but you have to, right? It's like XXX Tentacion said, if you want to be regarded as a prince, you need to act like a prince or something like that. That was in his, I loved XXX Tentacion. I just got a little Stitch doll with a little red graduation cap from Walgreens. Does it remind me of him? Anyways, I really like X. He was a really cool person, and it was a shame that he died. His name was Jache, which is Jamaican for God speaks, God gives. And I think that's the cutest name I've ever heard in my life. Anyways, his mom's name's Cleopatra. That's what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. This has been super long. XXX Tentacion is cool. He was a king. He was a king for sure. For sure. He might have been more of like a Daniel at that point, but like, yeah, he had that thing in him. Here's the chariot with Michael. So the bull's eye, right? Elder Baron. Let's go. Generosity. I gotta go. I have so many cards on this table. I got a little bit behind in the Nakshatras. It's whatever. I'm not even paying attention to what the astrology is saying because I've transcended that dimension. I create the astrology myself through my magic and invoking the planets and the energies around me. That's what I got. Doses. I'm out.